What's good? It's your boy DJ E. I got Kansas City Defender and One Entity in the building, and I also got the one and only DJ Street King. The streets is talking. What's good?
What up, what up, what up, what up, people? What up, world?
And you already know we out here at Velvet Freeze, a place that you have shut down many times and continue to do so. So a big shout out to you for that as well. Yeah. So for the people that don't know, where are you from?
I'm from Wyandotte County, Kansas City, Kansas.
Wyandotte County. So the Kansas side of
Yes,
things.
sir. Yes, sir.
And how did you first get started DJing?
So I was like, at first I was trying to do, the rap thing or whatnot. A partner of mine had a venue he was DJing at, and he didn't want to do it no more, and he asked me if I wanted to do it, so I kind of took over that spot, and I just started building from there.
Word. And what was the first DJ turntable, or what was the first thing that you were working with?
I was playing off CDs at first, so I had it looked like some turntables, but it wasn't no turntables. But you put CDs in it,
The CDJs.
Yeah, so.
And so they say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. And I feel like that's kind of pertinent when it comes to your career and stuff too. People don't see how long you've been on the grind to get to this point. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of ups and downs. You know what I'm saying, through the journey. I've been doing it for 15, going on 16 years. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people you see come into like the music game, you see them for a couple years or whatever. They might be doing their thing, make a little buzz or whatever, but it wasn't really in their heart, so, they kind of give up or whatnot. So just for somebody to do something for 10 plus years and be extravagant at it, you know what I'm saying? That says something.
Yeah. Congrats to you for that. Oh yeah. So what's something that people don't know about DJ Street King's story?
Um, I growing up, I never thought about being a DJ. It's something that kind of fell in my lap, and I fell in love with it.
And yeah, you're living your life's dream and stuff. We definitely got to talk about where you are now and stuff. But I firstly want to talk about when did you first meet Mark's My Barber?
I met Mark I say about 10 years ago. I DJ'd a party for one of his close friends or whatnot, and Mark came, and Mark he liked how my vibe was or whatever. So ever since that moment, we kind of like tied in. And, I did all his black parties and all his biggest parties for 8 to 10 years.
Word up. Yeah, big shouts out to Mark's My Barber. I saw something going around the other day, and it was the question, does Mark's My Barber still cut hair? Okay, that was the question that was on the screen.
Man, it's so hard to get this dude to cut hair, bro. I hit this dude all the time, like every week. Trust me. Like, he's the first dude I call.
Okay.
He ain't fucking with me at all, bro. I swear to God. I gotta get lucky. Yeah, I gotta get lucky. This dude.
So
I hit him like, I need a haircut. He like, I ain't cutting no hair today. I hit him later. Answer his FaceTime. This nigga cutting somebody's hair. I'm like, nigga, I asked you for a cut earlier. He did not want to cut his homie's hair.
speaking of Mark's My Barber, he's on the Mo side. You're from the Kansas side. What do you think is up with the discrepancy and the kind of sometimes beef or shade between the Kansas and the Missouri side?
I think it's just all in fun. I don't think it's for real. I don't think it's no real beef.
Yeah, I think that too, and I think that at this point, with how Kansas City's progressing, I think everybody's realizing, no, we all one. It's Kansas City versus everybody, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, no, definitely. You know what I mean? We stronger together for the most part.
That's a fact. We're definitely stronger together. We're definitely standing up, but sometimes there is some division, and sometimes there's issues. Kansas City got Kansas City's back though, and speaking of that, there was kind of an incident that happened. I forgot what spot it was at, but it was it was a viral moment with Rocky Montana and finesse two times people or whatever. And I kind of wanted to talk about that, like what happened.
Rocky, that's my boy, so I really know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Shit, basically Rocky stole on him. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with a 1, 2, 3. Bruh took some steps back, you know what I'm saying? Had to gather himself because he dazed him for a minute. You know that clip didn't come out at first.
Yeah, they didn't have the official instant replay at all. They was
Nah, for
straight
sure.
up only showing the
Nah,
wrong
for sure.
angle and stuff. Later on they got the rest of the
But
clips
that's
together.
what everything. It's always like that. We see stories on about all these famous people, and we'll be making judgment of what we thought it was because we seen just one clip, and it's a whole nother story to it. You know what I'm saying? But and then basically after that, dude, came and rushed Rocky, and got Rocky on the ground, and you know,
And then it was what it was. But
yeah.
I'm glad it was only a fight, and things like that happen or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, my boy did this thing, you know what I'm saying? Dude was bigger than him and all that. My boy held his own. So it is what it is, bro. That shit ain't even nothing still. Like, ain't nobody worried about that shit.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really nothing, and that's sometimes what comes with it. But big shout out to DJ Rocky Montana. He's
Nah, for
always
sure. Core DJs, my boy.
yeah. He's one of the goats out here,
Definitely.
for sure. And with this with that whole situation, and just with hip hop in general, with like Takeoff and Nipsey and P&B, and just the list goes on and on when it comes to hip hop, and with how you move and staying safe. And I just want to talk about what do you do to make sure that you're staying out of the way and keeping yourself away from situations that can end badly.
Yeah, so I used to go out all the time. Like, I'll be booked all the time for the most part, but sometimes I might want to step out and do this or do that. I do be super careful now. I make sure I got like security. Like, people be thinking I'll be trying to be funny and stuff. Like, nah, like, I realize the situation I'm in right now. I realize what it looks like to people and stuff like that. And people out here are hungry and they starving. You know what I'm saying? And they starting for a viral moment or whatnot. So if I ain't got security, I got my guys with me, or I'm moving how I move on the road with Sleazy. You know what I'm saying? I move the same way when I'm in the city.
Moving smart. And speaking of Sleazy, of course we got to talk about how you ended up becoming his DJ, and how'd you guys link up? When'd you first link up?
We linked up. He had a show, and I was DJing the show, and I heard him, and like shit, we locked in. I'm big on networking or whatever. So if I hear somebody who dope, I don't care if nobody know him or whatever. If I think you dope, I think you got some potential. I done brought a lot of people through here, through Velvet Freeze, who might have just had started rapping like 4 or 5 months ago. You know what I'm saying? And I give them opportunity to have their friends, their family, and stuff like that come see them, and they kind of build from there. I done built people from that. You know what I'm saying? And seen them go on and do their own thing, and they own L's parties now, or they own Mark's parties, or they getting booked here and there or whatnot. But like with Sleaze, I seen him perform, and I was like, this dude was dope, and he was deep. He was probably like 20 deep or whatnot. And the music was good. We linked up, got his contact. I started booking him on shows or whatever, throwing him like $400 or $500 to come out. Had some shows out. I had him who I had him with? I had him with OG Bobby Billions on the street. I even had him inside the Velvet Freeze, you know what I'm saying? But just always kept it square with him on the business tip. And we just always linked up. I remember before he got signed, we'd text each other like, bro, I let him know, like, hey, I'll be your DJ if you want me to, type shit. And he'll be like, yeah, it is what it is. So we just kept in contact. And when he got his deal, he hit me like, hey, bro, I just got signed or whatever, and I want you to be my DJ. That's like his exact text message he sent to me. And I'm like, bro, let's go. And we just been all across the globe ever since.
It's definitely been up ever since, and it was already on the way up. But I was real happy to see Kansas City's own get put on that, and we could go on and on about Sleazy and Kansas City and stuff too, and we will get into that. But I want to hit back on what you were saying about putting people on and stuff like. And breaking artists and breaking songs and stuff, because when it comes to Kansas City, I feel like there's a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of tastemakers, DJs, a lot of great people and great businesses, but not a whole bunch of them are actually breaking records. Who is actually playing a song before people have heard it? It's a few and far between. I got the Energy and Jam Show. That's what we built on, and I respect what you do because you've always been on that as well. So, and there's a lot of other DJs too that do that, but it's not as many as it should be. It's sometimes easier to play what's already hot, what's already known. But it's okay to mix some new stuff in there too, right?
See, the thing that we don't have to our advantage that these other cities have to their advantage, they got strip clubs. It's easier to break a song in a strip club than it is a regular club. You know what I'm saying? A regular club, you kind of got to do your own work with the record too. You know what I mean? Get people up on your record or whatnot. It ain't just all on the DJ because we can play it. And I'm telling you, people in the club, they drinking, they want to sing some lyrics and they want to like vibe. So you kind of want to get your record hot in the streets at the same time. You know what I mean? Tapping in with your DJs or whatever. That's kind of how you get a record broken in today's world because honestly, you don't even need a DJ. Sleazy blew up. He didn't need no DJ at all for him to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Basically, he had his phone in his pocket. What he had in his
Yeah,
pocket.
he was doing this. You know what I'm saying? He was working the stuff, talking to his fans and building his fan base himself. You know what I'm saying? Now all the DJs want to play his song. You know what I'm saying? Like even me, I was playing his music, but I wasn't like playing it so crazy that it's like, you know what I mean? I'm playing it like crazy. I was playing his music here and there or whatnot. So nobody in Kansas City really was playing Sleazy music like that in the clubs. His music was hot with the youngsters and the high schoolers and stuff like that. You know, and he blew up quick. He's not from here. He's from Grand Rapids. He moved here when he was 13 years old. So when he moved here at 13, he started building a fan base in Kansas City as well. So Sleazy got fan bases in 2 different areas as a core or whatnot. So
yeah, and of course, we taking Sleazy for Kansas City too. Shout out to Grand Rapids though.
For sure.
But who are like 5 of the other artists out of Kansas City that you rock with or that you think are coming up or up next, or just give me 5 artists from Kansas City that you're rocking with.
Man, it's gonna be tough to do 5. We have to do like 5 new school and we have to do like 5 old school.
However you feel. Let's do new school though.
All right, new school. I have to say Sleazy, D-Walk, Delio, Marley Young, and Casey Young Boss. That's my top 5. Like, I ain't gonna say they're the best or whatever.
That's your top 5 that you're rocking
right
with
there,
right now.
And I can name like so many more that I rock with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that.
But I want to talk about, of course, we're at Velvet Freeze. We're kicking it. I got a blue motherfucker in my cup, and it's honestly pretty fire.
Yes, sir.
So I want to know, how did you link up with them?
2018, 2019, I can't remember. One of those years. I just had moved back to Kansas City from Dallas or whatever, and I had to like, build my weeks back up and build up, the venues I was at weekly and stuff like that. So living in Dallas, I noticed they had daiquiri shops. And the daiquiri shops on the weekends, like Friday and Saturday, they pop hard, like, because people go to the daiquiri shops between like 7 and 11 o'clock before they go out to the clubs. I'm talking about the line at the daiquiri shop out the building. They got a DJ in that mug. People got tables. They sitting down eating and all that type of stuff, and then they hit the club. So I was like, man, we got to bring that shit to Kansas City when I move back here. So I hollered at the popper, and I was like, bro, what's up with the daiquiri shop? Like, who own that or whatever? So he's like, it's my people. You know what I mean? B and Tierra. So I'm like, man, introduce me to him or whatever. So he introduced me to him. I came up here. I met with B, I think. And I was like, what's up, bro? I wouldn't mind, DJing here, this and that. And he was like, for sure. I'll let you know. Whatever. He's like, I got my DJs already, but I'll let you know. He hit me like the next week. You know what I'm saying? It was like, hey, can you DJ? So I came in and I DJ'd. And from there, bro, I kind of just, me and him got real cool or whatnot. And I started DJing here a lot. So I started throwing my own little personal events. And me and him would brainstorm. I'm like, bro, I think you need to buy a disco ball. I think you need to buy like some lasers in this motherfucker. I think you need to buy some speakers in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And put it in here and liven it up a little bit. He did all that shit. I swear to God. Like, he did everything that I thought in my mind for him to do. He did that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we just built from there, and shit, we still here. I still rock with him. I be on the road a lot, but when I get time, I still like, try to make sure I do something at the freeze.
Yeah, always come back through, and kick it for sure. And
For
I
sure.
think I liked what you said about how when you were in Dallas, you seen something that could work in Kansas City. And I think that's also a mark of a true Kansas City hustler too. Because if you know something is if you go to New York or you go to LA or you go to any bigger city, there's things that are going to come to Kansas City at one point, but they might not even be there yet, So like if you can see that shit and figure out how it can work in Kansas City, it's always a good thing for sure. And that's how I operate all the time too.
That's how I am, man. I'm a trendsetter, bro.
Yeah.
Like I want the city to be further than where it's at. We've been behind for so long, and it's only because the people who was in position, they wasn't futuristic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Now it's more youth and more like futuristic people who done seen the other side of it. Who like, man, I need to bring that shit back to the city or whatever. Your Joe Blacks. You know what I'm saying? Like people like that, your A1s. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really people, on the underground making a lot of shit happen from Kansas City that people don't even know about. Jay White.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we got so much shit going on from Kansas City. Like, you wouldn't even understand that shit. A lot of shit you hear on the radio, like, somebody from Kansas City did something with it. Made the
Some
beat,
type of production.
wrote that motherfucker. I'm telling you.
Yeah. We're at a point right now where I feel like, you can, like I said, you can get these game from other cities and stuff. But I feel like that was really, you can always do that, but that was really at a point where there wasn't as much infrastructure necessarily for us to maneuver and get things done and stuff. And then the more people that stick around, like you're saying, are helping build this shit that we need, right?
Yeah.
And so now we're at a point where like there's a lot of things built. There's more platforms coming up too. There's more artists coming out of Kansas City. We're like, I think, the most eyes are on Kansas City right now of any time ever, I would say. The only other time I feel like has to be like the jazz era, like Charlie Parker and that. Because, you always got to think about how that resurgence and how that movement powered what is in us today and then all our people and all this stuff, you know, with social media and of course, there's a lot of people looking and stuff, but like between then and now, it's like this is it, we're right on the cusp and on the edge. So I want to know, where do you think Kansas City hip hop stands in a global lens?
Like you said, right now is the moment. You got the Chiefs winning Super Bowls, bro.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
2 of them.
Yeah, the Chiefs winning Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? You got Tech Nine at the top of his game. You got the new school. You got SleazyWorld Go, bro. Platinum recording artists, bro. Right from here, went to school where all y'all went to school at. You know what I'm saying? Like right from here. Like the moment is right now. Like people got to take advantage of this moment more than they ever have. Like I don't give a shit what you got going on. If you serious about your craft, put everything into it right now, bro. Like we got the NFL draft on its way to Kansas City. Like what you gonna do?
Fresh off a Super Bowl championship.
Yeah, what
gotta
you
be
gonna
thinking
do?
business and networking, the amount of industry and things being built in Kansas City, the amount of artists and entrepreneurs and shit that's going on is at an all-time high. So you can definitely, you got to enjoy it and all that stuff for sure and take it all in, but you got to get yours too, bro. Don't fucking be sitting there waiting for shit.
Bro, it's so much opportunity.
Yeah.
It's so much opportunity out there right now. You don't need no help. You don't need nobody to help you. You can go out there and get it yourself. It's right in front of your face, like right now.
Yep, with the phone in the pocket and all that, technology is progressing so much too, and you got to figure out how to get it. And there's so many avenues and so many different businesses and facets to get in, and not just music and entertainment. There's a million jobs and a million ways to get money, and all these people moving to Kansas City. And so with that, we got to talk about this 816 and 913. Everybody knows those numbers, but Kansas City's getting a new area code, 975, bro. That's how big Kansas City is blowing up right now. New area, straight up Kansas City, Missouri, too. Not Kansas City shit. 975, new KCMO area code. What's up?
So what's the reasoning behind y'all getting a new area code?
Niggas ran out of numbers.
What are you talking about? You got eight.
Bro, I'm telling you, niggas ran out numbers, bro. So many people are in Kansas City. So many people have had the 816 number for so long. At some point, the numbers run out. And the more people that are coming, I think they're planning for people to come. Like, Kansas City is just keep getting bigger and bigger, right? They're like, niggas about to be here. We're gonna need a new area code, bro. Like tomorrow type shit. So they like, yo, 975, dog. And so that just shows. I feel like that's a key indicator to growth, like literally.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm from the 913, and I hope.
Hey, 913 still got theirs. I'm from Kansas too, so 913 still proper, bro. I don't know about no new area codes
forever,
right now.
Like, hey, bro, the Missouri people ain't happy about that.
I feel like it's just, it's really just. It's all good, it don't even matter. It's all it's all fun. It's all fun, bro. It ain't.
It's not fun.
It's just an area code.
Nothing
we know.
Is fun about that.
People go, yeah, but I don't know though. The new 975ers, like I don't know, like how I'm gonna feel about that. We'll have to see. But I also almost tried to get a 975 number the other day too. I was a day earlier.
He thirsty to get his new number.
I said, I don't know, new phone. Maybe I need the 975. I don't know. Let me see. Niggas didn't let me get it. But I want to get back into the mix and shit, and we got to talk about the venues and stuff. So we're in Velvet Freeze. We're on. We've done all these show dates with Sleazy and stuff too. So it's progressed to clubs and arenas now. That's different. Clubs. The clubs is cool. And there's big clubs. There's a big grand clubs too. But the arenas and the stuff like that is different, dog. So I want to talk about that and how it feels, being in there. I've seen everybody know the words. They got lights in that. So, tell me about that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. This stuff kind of like hit me out of nowhere, I'm used to like always DJing like, the biggest clubs in my city and stuff like that. I've been doing that shit for so long. That ain't nothing to me. I already did that shit, you know what I'm saying, for a goddamn decade. Or whatever. So, and even arenas, I've done arenas here and there and stuff like that, but to do arenas like all the time and shit like that, it's another level, man. Like,
yeah,
it's a whole nother like level of anticipation you have in your body, like right before you perform. Like I performed at the United Center this year, like where Michael Jordan played at, for 10 minutes, just. I'm the man up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm directing traffic on these turntables in the United Center.
Shout out to the United Center. I saw Jay-Z there. So, it's a legitimate venue.
Yeah, I did that 2 times this year. You know what I'm saying? Or last year or whatnot. Then, Rolling Loud, the birthday bash, like all those experiences, I never even went to them, as a fan of an artist or nothing before. You know what I'm saying? So, for the first time to go to a birthday bash or to Rolling Loud, to be performing at it, man, was like, it's almost like, when you feel like you unappreciated and you've been working so hard and, it ain't happened for you like it was supposed to happen for you. Like, I felt like that was like that moment to like, let me feel what it feels like to be the man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and, congratulations on that. And that's why I also, opened it up with, they say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. You put in the work to be in position when the time came. You was there, And
I mean, you gotta get lucky to blow up fast. Like some people blow up quick. They get lucky.
Luck meets persistent and talent and all this too.
When you blow up off of luck, now you know what I'm saying. Like you might not have that same base. Or core of a fan base.
Luck can happen. You can meet somebody right now. They might give you the best play, but you might fumble it because you're not in position. So it's like luck. But if you didn't have the persistence and the talent, if you hadn't already been grinding, shit wouldn't have been.
I'm gone for 10 years. I didn't get my contacts up. I've been networking for 10 years strong. Like any city I go to, I can hit up the who's in there, or I'm just somebody who just came out with a song and I blew up overnight, millionaire. I don't have none of these contacts or none of that type of stuff. I haven't did no groundwork, haven't met no DJs or nothing like that. Yeah. My longevity is already nothing compared to that person who's been grinding for 10 years and did this and did that, but just haven't got their moment yet. You know what I mean? Some people blow up before another person who should have blew up before them. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta wait your moment and your time.
Yeah, facts. No, I feel that. I want to talk about, the PNL district and that. How do you feel about its nightlife? And have you ever, worked with them?
Um, I mean, I don't think the P&L really have much of a nightlife really right now. Like, the Mosaic is not open. It's not like no predominant club in the P&L that people go to on a regular basis. So, what I mean, you got Prom like right on the outskirts of the P&L or whatnot. It's a dope club.
Prime kind of coming up
Yeah,
right there in
nah,
that
Prom
corner,
is
huh?
dope.
But that spot's always been dope too, low key.
Yeah, I
Like
never even
whatever
seen
it
that spot
was,
in my life until it was Prom.
it was like pizza and something.
Yeah,
but yeah.
like shout to my boy at Prom. I do a lot of stuff at Prom or whatnot, but
hmm
there's really not a lot of nightlife in the P&L.
Well, I feel like um, when okay, like for instance, the Super Bowl and all that stuff, where they were showing and stuff, they showed Westport and stuff too. But that's where the people is at when they're showing it for how lit it is with the people in there and it's super packed. Like
Now, if you got a game is on and you're inside of KC Live, and let's say KC Live is packed, you do have restaurants all around. And you can like reserve tables at them and stuff like that, and whatnot. But it's like it's not like Saturday night. I can be like, I'm about to go to the P&L and I'm gonna go to this club, and I know it's about to be popping and on another. It's just nowhere to do that at right now.
Okay, no, I mean I'm not. There's no argument with that. I just thought I'd
nah, for sure.
give some pushback,
Sure.
but no, I feel that. It's Black History Month, of course. Shout out to Black History Month. I want to know what legacy would you like to leave? For your history, what legacy are you trying to leave for yourself and for Kansas City?
At the end of the day, I do this for my city. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what motivates me. Cause like, I grew up off of listening to KC music and stuff like that, and I always wanted the people I listened to growing up. Your Fat Tones, your Rich the Factors, and your Tech Nines. I always wanted them guys to be like somebody that the other cities looked at and was like, man, that's dope or whatnot. So at the end of the day, I just want to be known as a person who catapulted the Kansas City music scene to another level. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be the person that did my part.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I definitely appreciate what you've done and continue to do for sure. We still got more to talk about, like D-Walk, one of the coldest. And let me tell you what, I feel like there's some songs that have came out and stuff, and there's more people getting more buzz and stuff, but I feel like D-Walk was one of the first that really had it turn on some viral shit. And to this point, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but Freak Block Tales at this point is like a Negro spiritual kind of. Like, I don't know if I'm tripping, but like I've seen it kind of go crazy. I'm like, niggas know all the words. Like, I'm like, hold up, this shit is different. Niggas is like, they like for real feeling this shit. I'm like, hold up, okay, it's at a point like that in Kansas City, but then other places too,
Yeah. See, with D-Walk, like, D-Walk used to pop out at the clubs that me and Rocky Montana would be DJing at or whatever. And it's what a lot of artists be not doing. Pop out on your DJ. That nigga used to pop out on us to the point where, like, we couldn't wait to play this nigga song. So we play this nigga song all the time to the point where just get this nigga the mic, this nigga performing. So now they putting a face with the name. You know what I'm saying? And bro, that record, you literally play that motherfucker for 30 seconds and you can just turn that motherfucker off and they'll acapella the whole song.
Yeah, no, that's how I see this shit.
It's like the
times,
new
I'm
OG Stacker Dollar, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, this shit is different.
Yeah, it's like Kansas City Dreams a nightmare.
Yeah, no, facts. It kind of is, But then even out of town, though, I've seen the clubs going up and knowing all the words too. Like
in the Midwest, like Dallas fuck with it because you got to understand a lot of people from Kansas City live in Dallas. So
yeah,
they've been requesting that motherfucker for years now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure, they knowing that motherfucker. But be on the lookout for D-Walk, man. He about to actually drop a new project. He about to drop some new music. You know what I'm saying? So he got some hell of a situations going on right now. So be on the lookout for him to be the next nigga to make that major jump for sure.
Yeah, big shout out to D-Walk for
Whole
sure.
Sanaki gang.
Yeah, they're hard. And you have some accolades as well. We're talking to the 2-time winning Kansas City People's Choice Awards Best DJ in this thing too, man. So talk about that win. And first time I seen you jump up on the stage, nigga, kind of wild out.
Yeah.
Second time, nigga was
It kind of looks scripted because me and Ray, that's my nigga. We know we not a joke around, but yeah, he got me fucked up. But anyway, nah, for sure. 2-time KC People's Choice DJ of the Year. Yes, sir. 2-time People's Choice Award winner, man. Shout out to Ray the Jerk for putting that platform together for Kansas City and giving Kansas City the opportunity to see and feel what it's like to be a star, be a celebrity, be appreciated.
Yeah.
For what you do. You know what I mean? Shout out to him for putting that together and whatnot. But yeah, man, I'm very humble to win that award 2 times. It's a lot of great DJs in Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of great DJs that I learned from and I still to this day learn from, and we challenge each other and all that type of stuff. The DJ game in Kansas City has elevated at the same time as the rap game has elevated. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, everybody's doing their job and everybody's just moving that way. So like when people be like, man, the city ain't this, city ain't doing that, you just don't see, and you're not on the in crowd with us, the people who know and are really motivated and really feel like the city is moving forward. They all on the same accord, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The people who ain't doing what they supposed to do and they on the outside looking in, making statuses and hating on the KC DJs and all that type of stuff, they like cancers, you know what I'm saying? We just ignore them. Like the people who really like making shit happen, like, and we don't even pay that shit no mind. We laugh about that shit and talk about that shit, you know what I'm saying? So we doesn't laugh, but yeah, bro, the KC music scene, bro.
It's up right now.
I say like the next 2 years, bro, like it'll be on a whole nother level.
Yeah, I believe it. We're gonna continue, to grow and keep it going. And there's so many different styles and approaches too in the music.
Shout out to Kai Colors.
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole bunch of artists, and Kai, he does his own production and all that too, and does it differently too. And some cats is taking the melodic shit differently and all that. There's so many different styles, and you got like Amira Wang, who's super dope too.
Shout out to all the girls, man. STK, K Money, she go crazy. Roblo the Star.
Yeah, Roblo the Star going crazy right now.
Like, there's some females like going crazy. Shout out to Scott Cali.
Yeah, Scott Cali. Luke Kang goes hard too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, the women is like, I'm telling you, everybody right now is like doing their shit. Everybody doing their shit. Ain't nobody crying. Everybody doing their shit.
Yes, sir. Word up. Well, I mean, that's all I really got. We got KC Defender. We got One Entity. We got DJ Street King.